You watch. You watch. It's honestly, it's going to be such a wild month again. Hello, my name is Lucy Davis and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, welcome to the October energy update, ladies and gents. All I can say right now is buckle up and buckle in. We are in for a wild ride through the next month. So just before I go into the energy update for October, I have been on a really powerful healing journey for the last 6 days. I have done a 4-day cleanse and then I've stepped into water fasting. And so I'm actually doing this whilst I'm water fasting. And the channeling that I have been doing has been to a whole new level. People that are around me cannot believe the kind of things that are coming out of my mouth at the moment. And I'm actually going to do a video on Lucy Davis Live on Monday at 5 p.m. UK time about the callings and the channeling that I do. So I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but it will come to me. So do keep your eyes open for that. And if you've got any questions, I will take those on Monday. I am so super excited to bring that to you. What a wild time we are living in, ladies and gents. Oh my goodness gracious me, it has been absolutely wild. Like I say, the last 6 days I've been on this really profound healing journey, and really what I decided a few months ago was that I was going to take this time I was going to take a couple of weeks off. I've done a really rubbish job of doing that, by the way. I've been working every day until Saturday, September the 30th. That's the first time, which is today when I'm filming this. It's the first time that I've actually allowed myself to be completely still and completely go inwards. I did some of that yesterday, but you know, I have been doing work around it as well. And I was supposed to be completely off for the next 2 weeks. So next week, I am going to make sure that I've got a lot more time. And it has been literally about processing everything that has gone on in the last 6 months of my life, which has been really amazing because I actually thought a lot more would come up than has done. But the profound things that have been taking place, like, you know, yesterday on day 5, I had marks come up on my arm where I had to have a lot of blood tests done in 2018. And it's just really interesting. So I think it's fair to say that the energies are super profound at the moment and are ready for us to navigate them. So ladies and gents even, without further ado, I am going to step into the October energy update. October energies will see us continued to be shaken, awaken, ladies and gents. There is going to be raw truths, reality checks, and energetic slaps incoming. Bullying, projection, narcissistic behavior will continue to be on the rise, unfortunately, as these behaviors are in the process of being stamped out once and for all. So please pay attention to people that are being the victim. Please be very cautious and careful being around these kind of people because they are attracting a lot more noise than normal. Okay, they're addicted to drama, these people, and we are going to be seeing a lot more of that unfolding over the coming months. I've seen it a lot in the last month. It's been intriguing what's been taking place. It's just such a good job. I'm in such a happy space and I'm like completely in a space of love. Otherwise, it could have been a very intriguing month last month. But, you know, it's hilarious what is going on, and unfortunately a lot of people aren't seeing it because they are so caught up in the trenches of the drama. So ladies and gents, if you are out there and there is a lot of noise going on in your life right now, just be like almost rise above it, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying that these people are below you, because they're not. They're energetically exactly the same as you, or at least on a physical level they're the same as you, but energetically you might just want to rise above it and just watch it from a different angle. Remember, everything that people are doing, they are showing them where they're at with themselves, nothing else. Please, please, please do remember that. It's something that people always forget, right? They always forget because, you know, it takes a lot for somebody to be like, wow, thank you for showing me where you're at, rather than defending themselves or, you know, judging themselves or trying to argue back or something. So just be really, really, really cautious of this behavior, because it has to rise, which is why we're seeing it in the government, which is why we're seeing it in the financial industry, which is why we're seeing it in the medical coercion and things like that. It has to rise to the surface so we can get rid of it once and for all. Now, I'm not just talking about those areas, it's in your lives. It's in your friends, it's in the people that you watch. So please, please, please take extra care and use your discernment as much as possible. We are about to be connected to our values, beliefs, and standards more than we ever have before. Your authenticity is what is going to guide you. So no matter how much you suppress it because you're scared of speaking your truth, or you're scared that actually at the core of you, you're angry, like no matter how much you suppress it, it is going to come to the surface. You are not going to be able to suppress it for very much longer. Your true self is coming out no matter what. Now, I mean the good, the bad, and the ugly in that. Okay, so those people that are pretending to be something, trust me, people will start to see the reality of it. Okay, people can't keep a mask on for too long, and these energies, excuse me, these energies are literally shaking people until they are stepping into their true self. Believe it or not, ladies and gents, the timeline is going to be speeding up even more than it already has done. We are on a super fast timeline now. And it's going to get much more quick. It is going to really, it's going to be like really like putting your right foot down really freaking hard and just allowing it to just cause carnage along the way. So a couple of weeks ago, off the back of some very, very powerful energy work that I did in the UK, actually, there was a parallel timeline created. If you're in my Conscious Conversations group, I've shown you the pictures in there on the Schumann resonance of the parallel timeline being created. But this parallel timeline is basically going to enhance the feeling that I know a lot of you have been having around suppression, yet, not suppression, separation, yet coexisting. It's almost like you're coexisting, but you're living two completely different lives, my apologies. And this could potentially be the person that you get into bed with of an evening. You know, you might be like living in a life whereby, you know, it's all powerful and intentional living, but the person that you're getting into bed with is really like caught up in the drama, really caught up in the noise, really caught up in the finger pointing and the blame. And, you know, you're going to be feeling like you're living in a totally different world. Now, I feel like I'm living in a very different world. I spoke to my quantum healer in Melbourne, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and she said to me, Lucy, it's like me and the family are living in such a different world to everybody else. And I'm like, yeah, that's where I am. And I've got my team and I've got my friends, and we're all like completely living in a bubble compared to what's going on around the world. And that's because it's been a conscious choice of ours. We've decided that we're not going to get involved in the noise anymore. We're not going to get involved in the perpetual fear. You know, it is a choice at the end of the day, ladies and gents, and it will reflect in your inner world and your outer world. There is going to be so much more chaos and full-on movement stepping through the last few months of this year. And we need to recognize that there is going to be such a chaotic shift as people don't really know what they're doing. They're going to realize that people that have been leading them and guiding them over the last few years are actually talking a lot of nonsense. There isn't a lot of truth in the things that they've been saying. And these things are going to have to collapse. They have to collapse because they're too divisional. They're creating way too much perpetual fear, which is actually holding the collective consciousness back in such a big way. Be prepared for miracles, ladies and gents. Be prepared for miracles. I have had some of the most incredible messages and feedback off of the work I've been doing recently. I'm going to share a couple of examples with you here. So one of my gorgeous followers to my channel reached out and advised that a very, very, very significant man in her life had planned to commit suicide. He'd written the note, he'd decided the place, he'd even gone to the place, and he even went to where he was going to do it. And something stopped him doing it. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. He couldn't explain it. But she knew, because she knew that that day I was doing some very, very, very important work. And that's the power of what we're doing, ladies and gents, right now. We're resetting it all. And I know, excuse me, my nose, you know what that gets like sometimes. We're giving people a second chance right now. And I know I'm really stealth about the energy work that I do, ladies and gents. I know like I could be so much more open with it, but there's a lot of people at the moment that are trying to imitate that. And there are a lot of people who will cause me danger. So I have to be very, very secretive, but we are resetting the energies. We are righting the wrongs, and we are giving people second chances by this work. And this realignment of the energies that have been manipulated, inverted, and corrupted is what we are about. So I know you, as my audience, are okay with that, but there are some people out there that are looking to corrupt that and disrupt that. So, you know, I'm going to keep doing my thing, and with the support of the amazing people around me, and, you know, share the events afterwards, things like these. It's in the moments of shifts that beautiful things like this can happen. A couple of other things that have taken place is someone very close to me, their daughter's eyes got damaged in an accident, and she's actually not been able to see out of one of her eyes. I did some healing work with not an acquaintance, I guess it's a partner, you know, not an intimate partner, but a partner that I work with. And thank the Lord today, although she's not got her full sight back, it's blurry. Miracles are taking place. There's been reports of, a few days ago, there was reports of a purple sun over the Orkneys. The Orkneys is where I was very recently, resetting the energies. And for those of you on my conscious conversations, you'll know exactly what went on there. It was a wild, wild, wild experience. There is a portal that's popped up in Bournemouth. You guys know I'm from Bournemouth. It's magic what's taking place. And for the people that are willing to see it, and the people that obviously know where I've been on the journey and how that's been, it is literal miracles. Now, I share this information in my Conscious Conversations group. So if you're interested in joining us, you can go to the description field and you can get signed up from there. It's the only place I share this stuff these days, because like I say, too many people are trying to take the credit for the work that I've done. And on top of that, I get a lot of abuse. Believe it or not, there is a lot of darkness still on this planet, which we're trying to shift out of the way at the moment. So back lively, Lucy Davis, back lively. So to those of you that have done the work, karmic bonds, contracts are ending. Thank the freaking Lord, ladies and gents. Victim mentality is done. Anyone in victim is not in a space of love, full stop. If you are blaming and shaming, you are not in a space of love, and God watches this. Victim can be, that's, you know, that wasn't my fault. I didn't do that. If you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have done that. Victim can be, oh yeah, well, I'm so poorly, I don't have the energy. Victim can be, oh no, I can't possibly do that. That's going to make me feel like this. Victim can be, I'm not going to give you that back. I know I owe it to you, but I'm not going to give it to you back. That's victim. All this victimhood is being stamped out. You know, anybody that has been prepared to do the work and look at themselves square in the mirror and have the conversations with them, they are choosing very, very wisely. They are choosing higher consciousness. Like, it's not nice looking yourself in the eye going, oh my God, why did I do that for? What have I created this for? Why did I have this experience? But it's a brave, brave, brave person that can do that. And there's a lot of people out there that are pretending to be masculine men, particularly, that are actually, they're not interested in being on the front line. They're not interested in standing up and putting their shoulders back and actually doing the job that they got sent down here to do. They're bitching and backstabbing and creating drama. Those are not the people you want to be around right now. I'm sure there's lots of women doing it, but in my world at the moment, it's just the men. So apologies for finger pointing at the men. Karmic endings. Choose very, very wisely, ladies and gents, to everything that is going on in your life right now, because if you get it done, you are not going to need to do it again. And I was walking along the road earlier today and I was like, shit, I've done this. Oh my God, that means I'm going to have to come back. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I am literally going to get it sorted this lifetime. I'm going to make sure that I repent it all and I get rid of all the karmic ties, because I am not incarnating again. No freaking way. The food, the sex, all of that good stuff is not enough to bring me back down here and have to go through all this nonsense once more. I'm only joking, ladies and gents. So adventures are afoot. For somebody like myself, Little Miss Wanderer over here, Little Miss Wanderess, the fact that they're saying adventures are afoot is really exciting. I have some of the most incredible energy work going on over the next couple of months. I was going to give more information and then I stopped myself, thankfully. It is super, super powerful, the stuff that is going to be going on over the next 2 months, ladies and gents. And I am so excited that I've been told clearly by channeling this that the adventures are going to take place. I was a little bit concerned about lockdown, and there is still a threat of that, I believe. But again, I'm just choosing the love vibration. I'm choosing the freedom vibration. I'm not like going to get caught up in the fear. I know that whatever is going to happen is going to happen, and it's going to happen beautifully, absolutely beautifully. So it's our choice, it's our decision, and we must make this decision to remain in love, no matter what is being removed from you in your life. And October is going to be massive for things being removed, ladies and gents. I need you to really get on top of this. No matter what is being removed from you in your life, trust it is all happening for you. It's not against you. The intensity of the energies are increasing, and anything that is not in alignment with you is going to be stripped bare. Now, we have got a few more months of this. Then we're going to get a little bit of let up. As we step into 2024, maybe around February time, I believe that we are going to get a little bit of respite in this mad healing, pushing, intensity of everything being stripped from you. So please, 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 from my heart to yours, make the right decisions and choices now. Do not do things to make people happy. What you need to be doing is looking at yourself and asking yourself, are you happy? Is this what you want for your life? Do you enjoy your career? Are you truly happy in your intimate relationship? Expect changes to align to your values. If you have a value in this and this person has a value in that, and whether you're in a relationship or a friendship or not, chances are you're going to be separated. Pretty intense month, October. I don't know why I keep saying August today. We've been there and done that, haven't we, for this year? God knows what's going to happen next August. Relationships are under the cosh this month. Now, I'm not just talking about intimate relationships. I'm talking about friendships. And with this, anybody that is not aligned to you will be removed. Let go of all the old attachments. It's time to connect deeply to who we are and those who are aligned to us. Authenticity is massive. As we know, it's the highest frequency available to us. Yet so many people are not authentic. They do something and they put a smile on their face, but it's not authentic to who they are. There's people that come online and they talk shit and, oh yeah, no, this is my truth. And behind closed doors, it's not their truth. Those people are going to get hit hard through October energy. Ask yourself the questions. Who are you? What do you love? Now, a number of ladies around me at the moment are going through my 5-day breakthrough program. All of them have had a bit of an epiphany in the last few days, and they've gone, you know what? I need to get on top of this, Lucy. Where do I start? And I'm like, start with the 5-day breakthrough program. It's £7.77, ladies and gents. You can check out the description field again if you would like to purchase that. It's so cheap. It's not a crap course. Before people say it, I have had one lady say before, if it's so good, why is it so cheap? Because I want to help people. I'm here to serve. I'm not here to take with the money. All right. I'm here to serve people and help the people that do not have the money to be able to do my more extended programs. Like I said a minute ago, do not be surprised if friends, intimate partners who you thought were going to be part of your life forever step away from you. Marriage, long-term relationships, do not be surprised if they end. And I'm not being a Debbie Downer when I talk about this, ladies and gents. This is exactly what they gave me when I channeled it. And it will appear to people like it's seemingly rapidly. But the thing is you guys have been coexisting in different worlds and trying to make it work for such a long time. And this is the shift that's going to take place. All of a sudden, my hands are starting burning. So for healing. Ask yourself what is important. Ask yourself if you can go forward misaligned. Choices will be made by the end of this year, is what I have been told very, very, very clearly. You will be gaining insights into people's thoughts, into their drivers, into their agendas. Everything is going to become crystal clear. There will be a mass clearing out. Now, I'm talking about getting rid of friends, getting rid of decluttering, getting rid of all this stuff. You are going to be shedding like a bad boy or a bad girl. There is going to be a mass clearing. There's also going to be a surge in people standing up for the truth and what is what. Now, everybody's truth is different. And this is the bit of the puzzle that I don't think many people have got in the last 3.5 years. Everybody's truth is different. That doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean you're right. What it means is our perspective of the truth. Now, I could be in a relationship with somebody that thinks it's okay to abuse somebody emotionally. I do not think that that's okay under any circumstance whatsoever. But if the other person believes that it's okay to do that, or maybe they're ignorant to the fact that they do that, does that make them right or wrong? No, it makes you, the person that's being emotionally abused, the person that has to stand up and say, I need to walk away from this. Then you stand in your truth. And they might go, I didn't do that, if that conversation ever arose between the two people. But at the end of the day, if this person doesn't see any wrong in that, because maybe that's what they've grown up around or something like that, you're never, ever, ever going to come together in a unionship, a friendship, an intimate relationship, nothing. Why would you want to be friends with somebody who's an emotional abuser? Like, that's where we're going. That's the level that we're getting to now. We're not talking about the big ticket items like the governments and the medicines. We're talking about us. We're talking about building communities now. We're talking about building connections. Wisdom is flowing from places that we never thought possible. I have had some fabulous conversations this week. I've been sent about 50 videos of people's children or grandchildren or nieces or nephews or whatever, and the children are channeling this infinite wisdom. And I just want to say, keep it up, kids. You are absolutely amazing. I'm happy to witness that even more from the little ones, I've also had a conversation with a man I know this week, and he sent me this message and I'm like, wow, check you out for the wisdom that's flowing. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, I actually have to agree with you on this one, a humble man. But he was like, actually, you know what? Yeah, I actually truly believe that is wisdom. It's going to be coming from all angles. Allow yourself to feel it, ladies and gents. Allow yourself to be present with it. It is absolutely amazing. Now, something that I've noticed really, really a lot in the last week, and I don't know if it's because I've been fasting. I don't know if it's because I've just obviously removed one of the senses, so every other sense is a lot more heightened right now. But everything is starting to look different. Have you noticed that? The colours seem brighter. Loads of people that I'm seeing are just stopping and taking pictures of flowers or beautiful things like that. There is so many more huge changes to come from Gaia. Trust me on that one. I got a pretty close relationship with that. Pretty close relationship, more than I ever thought I did. But, you know, there is some huge shifts coming. Because of the energies that have been around so far, the temperamental changes within Gaia are going to continue for a bit longer. So please, please, please be aware of that. Freedom is a big push for October. Standing up for what we believe is right. It's about choices. It's about knowing who you are so that you know what feels right to you. And as I said a minute ago, this person and this person might have two different things that they believe is right. Doesn't mean either of them are wrong. It just means they're going to probably live in different worlds, different realities. Discernment, discernment, discernment. There is going to be a lot of mistruths coming out through October. But there's also going to be a lot of facts. And this is where you've got to use your inner dial and your discernment, ladies and gents. You know in your heart who the good ones are and who the ones that have perhaps been leading you up a garden path for a little while are. You know. Always come back and ask your heart how it feels, and you will make the right choices. Many people are stepping out of the limelight now. Many people are disappearing because their mistruths are coming to the surface. We're going to see a lot more of that taking place. Control is going to be a big theme through October. Transformations cannot be avoided now, not for anything, ladies and gents. Nothing can stop what is coming. So we are going to see power tantrums. Yeah, we're going to see politicians, we're going to see people in power having these tantrums. But you're also going to see it from people that you follow, from people in your personal circles. They are freaking out because they don't know how to be real to themselves. They don't know how to be honest. They don't know how to discern. They don't know how to control their inner dial because they've not been bothered to do the work. Because I'm all right. Nothing wrong with me. You watch. You watch. It's honestly, it's going to be such a wild month again. Boundaries is another huge driver for October. It is very important that you have healthy boundaries in place with people. Now, I shared with one of my best friends just yesterday that I'm going to teach her boundaries because somebody had been quite abusive to her and then they asked for a favor and I was like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And so I said to her, right, I'm going to teach you boundaries. It's very, very, very important. We need to remember boundaries. Why should you let somebody abuse you and then think that it's okay to ask something of you? Like, that's not okay at all. It wouldn't be okay for me. Other people have different boundaries on that. You know, it's not that I'm not going to forgive that person because I forgive everybody. I've literally forgiven everybody in my whole life that has ever, from my perception, hurt me or been disloyal or anything. I've forgiven them all because I'm not going to drink the poison and expect them to die. No. I'm not drinking any poison. I just don't forget it, and then it's my choice, which is why when people cross certain boundaries with me, that's it. They are gone from my life. They are gone. And I'm very, very good and I'm very clear at articulating it. I'm very, very happy and healthily articulating that. Now, a lot of people don't know how to put a boundary in place. It doesn't have to be from a space of harm or hate. It's just healthy. You know what? To most people, it's, you know what, I want to keep you in my life, so I'm going to put this boundary in place. But then sometimes it has to go that little bit further. So I kind of alluded to this a minute ago. We must speak up for what we believe in. Very, very, very important. The truth, the honesty, it is a vibration that we must bring to this planet. So if you are somebody out there spinning a load of yarns, please stop doing that. It is going to end up smacking you hard in the face in your karmic journey. People go, oh, it's all right, nothing's hit me yet. Trust me, there is no let up. God sometimes waits for people to do really, 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 really a lot of things and see how much damage they'll cause to his angels and things like that. And then, trust me, it's like people are taken out from their kneecaps. So just be very, very aware of that. If you are not being a good person right now, remember God is watching you, you know. Do our messages and our lives align? That is the question that they gave me. Do our messages and lives align? So my messages and my life aligns completely. I talk about health. I talk about helping people gain abundance. I talk about spiritual journey and all of that. Why? Because that's what I do. It's not outside of my remit. It is, you know, I'm not pretending that I'm a bloody whatever, a film producer or a, you know, an artist. You know, I will never profess to be those things because it's just not true. Whereas I am divinely guided all around the world to reset the energies. I am divinely guided to help people how to step back into self-love and how to go on a fasting journey and heal their physical vessels. Like, that is what I've been given this lifetime. So I'm not going to go and talk about all those other things, which might be fun to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's not authentic to me. I talk about the subjects that are authentic to me and the way that I live my life on a day-to-day basis. If somebody that has never done a fast starts talking about fast, you should run away from them as quickly as possible. If somebody starts giving you health advice and they don't look healthy, you should run away as fast as possible. It's as simple as that. You know, we need to be really upping our game, recognizing the misalignments of the message and the actual life that people are living. You know, anybody that professes too much that they don't drink too much alcohol, trust me, behind closed doors, they're drinking way too much alcohol. October is a really important time for self-love, connecting with self, meditation, grounding in nature, spending time in nature, even if you're not grounding, you know, just spending time, getting connected to your true self. This month is a powerhouse. Energies are shifting all over the place. The speed is getting greater and greater. So we need to look after ourselves more. Of course, there's no shock that I'm going into October I'm going into October on a water fast. So, you know, it's fascinating that that's what my soul and what my intuition guided me to do without even channeling these energies at that time. There is much higher levels of consciousness available for us going forward. There are new frequencies for us to tap into, for us to revel in, for want of better words, ladies and gents. These new frequencies are really quite confusing because our bodies are feeling much better, but they're feeling much more sluggish because you're like, oh my God, how do I cope with this? What I've found in the last few days, and admittedly, it's probably because I'm fasting, is that my physical vessel is actually quite tired, but my brain has got more clarity than it's had in a very, very, very long time. It's almost like something's gone in like this and gone, that's it. All that noise is not needed anymore. All of the drama and the hurt and the pain that was inflicted, it's gone now. And I'm like, whoa, I feel freaking amazing, for want of better words, ladies and gents. By the end of the month, we will be far greater connected to our spiritual gifts than ever before. Any of the gifts that are intended for you, they will be much more online. They will be much more prevalent. So if you are getting telepathic, now I'm really telepathic with one person in my team. It's absolutely unbelievable. Literally, I'll be talking about something and I'll get a message in and they'll be telling me exactly what I'm thinking about and vice versa. Like, telepathy is really coming online, psychic, mediumship, all of those things. So be open to receiving from source what it is that the gifts are for you this lifetime, because it takes all of us. It takes all of us to be involved, to be able to rebuild and create the world that we're actually looking for. By the end of the month, there is going to be a lot of endings and a lot of closures. I see accounts being closed down. I see arrests being made. I see relationships ending to make way for the new. This is to push us to our destiny, ladies and gents, rather than what we have settled for. No more settling. This is about knowing who you are at your core, at your truth. You might not be ready, but you're going to get pushed. Over time, the gold will appear and it will all make sense to you. The last point of October that I'm going to share, and I've got a lot of travel to do in October, but the last point of October that I'm going to share is expect passion like you have never experienced it before. I am so excited to hear that the passion is coming back online, ladies and gents, the real raw passion. Now, I'm a passionate beast and I am so excited to be hearing that everything is coming back online to help us catapult it, to help us really, really bring out the best in people. And this is something that I'm seeing really beautifully at the moment. My presence in certain situations, and this isn't me being big-headed, this is just fact. My presence in certain situations at the moment is really helping people rise. People are asking questions that they've never asked before. People are asking, how do I do this, Lucy? And I feel so passionate. Like I'm sat here doing a video with you with absolutely no makeup on. Like I am so passionate about just delivering the goods to you guys. I feel happier than I've felt in a very long time. I feel more connected, and this is open for you. Be passionate about your life, embrace it, allow yourself to feel it on every single level, and the gold will come for you, not next month, this month. Ladies and gents, I love you to the moon and stars. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will be back with you on Monday to share all about the callings from 2023 so far. Have the most beautiful evening. Take care.